What's going on, guys? It's Jake here, and today we're going to take a look back at The Incredibles 2 Rise of the Underminer, and the movie that screwed over John Ratzenberger. There's no special effects this time. Last month, I talked about the video game The Incredibles and my experiences around it. Does anyone know what we're going to talk about today? Yes, Jimmy. Why Ratatouille is a majorly overrated film? No, but may the comments have mercy on your soul, Jimmy. We're going to do the same thing as last time. Sorta. The first game is based off the Incredibles movie, following most of its major plot points. However, the second game released less than a year later and 13 years before the second movie. This means that the game developers got to make up their own story based off of the cliffhanger from the end of the original movie. From what I remembered at the time, it was a really good story. I remember loving it so much that I could not wait for the Underminer story to unfold on the big screen. I waited forever for the sequel of one of my favorite movies of all time, and when the time finally came to watch my man shine on the silver screen, I was so happy. Until he left less than 5 minutes into the film, never to be seen again. Let's just say The Incredibles 2 is not my favorite movie. First of all, you have, in Earl's words,
"It's a whole family of supers!"
And you decide to just focus on one of them for the majority of the film? Yes, there are a lot of scenes with the rest of the family, but they don't use their powers until the end of the movie. You know who uses their powers the most behind Elastigirl? That's right, Jack.
Jack doesn't have any powers.
He honestly might even be powered up more than his mom in this movie because he's always doing something when they show him. But even then, it's mostly just comic relief. Like I said last time, I love my girl Helen, but it's called The Incredibles, not Elastigirl the movie.
I just thought it was kind of cool.
What was?
Fighting crime as a family.
It was cool.
They bring in a bunch of these random supers that are just not memorable. I rewatched this movie for this video. I even took notes, and I still can't remember any of their names. There's this girl with the portals who's green and blue, I think. There's one who's dressed like a brick wall. Oh yeah, and the old guy who has really bad heartburn. Meanwhile, Vironic and Gazerbeam are barely mentioned in the first movie, and I know their names. But the biggest flaw in this movie has got to be the villain. Once again, I don't remember her name, but I knew the second they showed her, she was the villain. To me, she just wasn't interesting as a character. Syndrome was a great villain. He loved Mr. Incredible, gets his heart broken by him, and dedicates his life to destroying his hero. This new lady essentially does the same thing. Heroes don't save her family, she hates supers, and swears to destroy them. The difference is Syndrome is a phenomenal character and wants to be the only super. She's just a poorly written character who's a super racist. Not like a next level racist, she's racist towards the supers. She wants them to be illegal. I know I'm really laying into this kid's movie, but I know Brad Bird could have done better than this. We went to the same high school. Go Sparts. Plus, he already laid the groundwork for the sequel in his own movie. He introduced an all-new original villain in one of the, if not the, greatest movie cliffhanger of all time. The man hasn't been hurt by heroes in his childhood. He's just tired of being mistreated by everyone. At least that's what I got from the 5 seconds he's in the movies. And he's voiced by Ham from Toy Story. Why'd you let him go to waste? Okay, I should probably start talking about the video game. Let's see how the fine folks at Heavy Iron Studios handled the story of the Underminer. But before we dive into the game, they actually have a short video in the bonus section talking about how the game was created.
I am looking forward to a playable Frozone in Rise of the Underminer. So to have him and Bob, especially together, is awesome.
The Underminer at the end of The Incredibles, then all of a sudden there's a game which is just The Underminer. I think it's fun.
Know this? The end of your planet has just begun. It won't be long until you are begging for mercy. Give it about an hour.
That kind of level of intensity where there were a lot of hand gestures with everything.
Behold the Underminer. I am always beneath you, but nothing is beneath me.
We got to work a lot with Pixar, with their creativity, with their animators, with head story people, and create something totally original.
They got to work with the people at Pixar. They got the toy piggy bank to come back as the voice of the Underminer. just for the video game. This is one of my favorite games from my childhood, and I am so excited to dive back in to the world of the Underminer. Here goes nothing. We jump in right where we left off in the first movie. After being introduced to the Underminer, we split up into two groups. Mr. Incredible and Frozone go after the Underminer, and the rest of the family runs away? Okay, well, at least Frozone is playable in this game. My dad and I played this game a lot back in the day, and I always played as Lucius. My dad would say he played as Bob because they had the same physique, and yeah, it was just because I like Frozone more. One thing I think this game nails is its enemies. There are so many cool drill-related robots to fit the Underminer's theme, and then there's the booger shooters. They don't really fit because all they do is shoot snot-covered olives to annoy the crap out of you, but they do make up for it with actually having a way to dodge in this game. The Omni Droid is faster than you, and there's no dodge button. Not even a way to sprint. You just gotta pray to any and every god that's ever been believed in to hope you dodge his rolling attack. Also new to this game is the skill tree. The more points you get, the more you can level up Bob and Lucius. Pretty straightforward, but a very welcomed addition. Lastly, they added super moves, so if you get swarmed by enemies, you have a get out of jail free card. But let's get back to the story. I'm sure you guys are dying to know what they came up with between the people at Heavy Iron Studios and Pixar. The studios behind movies like WALL-E and Finding Nemo, and the games like UFC Personal Trainer and Fat City? So get this, the Underminer hates humanity, and he wants to destroy the city. And to stop him, our heroes have to defeat him. Yeah, this story sucks too. The game is a lot of fun, the enemies and stages look awesome, but the story suffers, and the game is pretty much a cakewalk except for the final battle. This is like a legit 20-minute boss fight. Now I've been doing it on like 1 health this whole time. And there goes Frozone again. Oh jeez. Stay with me, buddy. If this isn't game... Thank you. This is literally just a pattern for 20 minutes. After you defeat the Underminer, the rest of the family magically appears just in time for the credits to roll. The end. I have no idea why I remember the story being so good, but I stand by what I said. I genuinely think it was a waste to not give the Underminer his own movie. I think he has so much potential, and I'd still love to see John Ratzenberger shine for more than 5 minutes on screen. I truly believe that Brad Bird could come back swinging in another decade to finish the trilogy on a high note. I mean, the Underminer's still out there. He just dipped with the money. But I'd really love to see something that focuses on the entire family and Frozone kicking butt together. Thank you guys so much for letting me rant about this movie. I know these past 2 videos haven't been my normal content, but these are videos I've been wanting to make for a very long time. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know by hitting that like button. Or as we do around here, listen to Brittany. If you're new here, please subscribe. Only 1% of my viewers are actually subscribed. I have a lot of really cool and big videos planned for 2022, and you won't want to miss them. Here are my socials if you want to follow me elsewhere. Check out the website if you want a cool shirt like this, or a modded Game Boy. And if you want to go above and beyond like these guys here, you can support me on Patreon. All the links you'll ever need are down below that like button. But that's going to be it from me, so I will see you guys in the next year. Later, guys. Happy New Year! That'd be pretty cool if someone was watching this and it lined up right at midnight. Probably not, but, you know, that'd be cool. It'd also be cool if I had $1 million, but it's not gonna happen.